Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Uh, if you have been watching my videos, you know me that I really love to cover Velodrome Finance or the Velo token. And as of now, I am back with yet another Velodrome's video. So now today we're looking at what is happening with the Velo's price. This video will mostly be about its price and where the Velo could be headed. Anyways, let's get started. Now, if we look at their recent updates, they have had, I would say, not that good of a year as of now. So, like back in December of 2026, December of 2024, and and the April of 2024, it had really good year as you can see. So the token nearly ended up hitting like 20 cent, and back in 2000, April of 2024, it actually ended up peaking above 30 cent as well, and now it's at 5.1 cent in 2025, and it has struggled to even go as high as 8 cent, and it like peaked around 7.5 cent in 2025. So and this year has not been that much kind to Velo token itself. Now let's take a look at it and what is happening with it. As of now, they have been developing a lot of things, and they have been slowly increasing their you can say their OP chains ecosystem. Now they have like OP Mainnet, Inc, Swell Chain, Fractal, BOB, Lisk, Mode, Sonium. They have Superseed, which is a new one, and they also have a Unichain. And the TVL is doing fairly well. So it did peak in May, as you can see, around 100 million, and as of now, it's at 72 million. And that is understandable because the overall market is not doing that well. Now, of course, most of its TVL is on optimism, and the optimism itself has been struggling. So, like, it has not performed that well in this like earth season, as you can see, when it comes to the total value locked. And of course, the biggest fees are paid by the Velodrome, so that's a really good look for the Velodrome as well. Now, we the optimism has a super chain ecosystem where they have base, they have like unichain and a lot more chains, and out of which because of that, the optimism itself has lost most of its TVL. And if we look at some other unichains as well, so what the Velodrome is doing, they are trying to become like unified liquidity for all the super chains, excluding base chain, because the base has Aerodrome, which is like which is like the Velodrome, but it is on the base. That is you need to understand. So basically, it's the fork of the Velodrome. Anyways, now if we look at the OP mainnet, if optimism was going up, if its TVL was going up, I think it would have benefited Velodrome a lot, but it is not the case. So that is a big problem with Velodrome as of now, because its main chain is not doing that well. So it has nothing to do with Velodrome. I think it has to do with only OP mainnet. Anyways, now if you look at the TVL, the Velodrome has been gaining a lot of TVL on various super chains as well. So like Lisk, Inc, and all of them are doing really well. So Inc is the layer 2 of Kraken exchange. So like if like Coinbase, if Kraken integrates direct text integration like the Coinbase did, I think it could benefit like Velodrome a lot, and that is, I think, that can change Velodrome's volume, and it can massively pump Velodrome as well. But I think it has yet to happen, so we don't have any real confirmation as of now. So that is a bit bummer. But if that happens, I think that could be really big W for the Velodrome in general. And but if you look at as of now, the text volume of the Velodrome is doing really well. So the volume is like basically it is going towards like back to 2024's December volume. As you can see, as of now, the volume is just doing really well overall. I would say this is really bullish for the Velodrome. As of now, the most of the volume is on OP Mainnet, followed by Unichain and Inc. As you can see here, overall, I would say this is just a big W for the Velodrome in general. Now, if we look at their fees and revenue, the revenue has been really well. It is consistent as you can see here. So they are generating pretty good revenue as well. So I would say overall, it's looking really good for the Velodrome, at least when it comes to the fundamentals, which would be the DEX volume, the revenue generation, and some other things. So overall, I think the Velodrome is implementing more integrations. They are doing pretty well when it comes to the volume. They are doing pretty well when it comes to the revenue. So the Velodrome or the Velo token should start to go up. And if we look at its price, it is not the case. So the Velodrome continues to struggle even if the market did went up. So it actually ended up peaking somewhere around 6.8 cent and it went down after that. So if we take a look at its price, as of now, I think this is the trend line that it needs to break above. So if it can break above from this trend line, we could be looking at a massive surge if that happens. But as of now, it seems to be going down as well. So as of now, I think we could be looking at this trend line or the retest somewhere around this trend line. So I think it can go as low as 4.7 cent. There could be pretty good entry for the token, and if it does go below this trend line, we could, I think, push back from 4.5 cent as well. But again, I think if it can do this, so this is the scenario that I'm looking at. If it can do this, and if it can make this massive breakout, I think it can push and it can again the gains it did back in 2024 December. And if this setup plays out, we could be looking at a massive recovery from the Velodrome. So let's see what happens. But I think I'm looking at this massive recovery from the Velodrome. So at least if it can break above from this trend line, I think it can push as high as 12 to 10 cent. That is, I think, the best target if we're aiming for a massive breakout. But if the breakout is not that big, I think it can go as high as this as high as 7 cent or 6.5 cent is a possibility. Anyways, let's see what happens. But overall, I think considering how the Velodrome's volume is doing and considering uh, how they are growing when it comes to the super chain integrations, I think the token should start to do well as of now. And even if you look at the Aerodrome is doing really well as of now. So I think Velodrome should start to follow Aerodrome as well. So let's see what happens. But overall, it's looking good for the Velodrome when it comes to the volume as well as revenue as well as integrations. But again, it does need some kind of catalyst that can push it even higher. So let's see if we get any big news. I think the token can push as high as 7 cent, and if the hype is more, we could push as high as 12 to 10 cent, or we can go as high as 8.3 cent as well. So as of now, I'm looking at these three possibilities. But if it goes down from here, we could be looking at a retest as low as 4.5 cent. Hopefully, if the market goes up, I think it will most likely see a massive breakout. But if the market doesn't go up, and if the BTC does go below 100k, things may look really bad for the Velodrome as well, because that is when all of the market will most likely be bleeding. So again, overall, I would say if it wants to make this massive breakout, it should do it in time soon. If not, if the market does go down below 100k, things could look really tough for the alt tokens. Anyways, this was it. I just want to cover the Velodrome. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.